Hello everyone, I'm Mohammed Shibli and my teammate Joitanandi, and we are going to present today the testing tool called Postman. So here is the content of what we are going to present here today. So those are like what is Postman and the history, why we use Postman, and the comparison of top 5 API tools, and it's compare with another top 2 used tools of UI and Catalan, and how to acquire, how to install, and how Postman works, and finally the demonstration and the references. What is Postman? Postman is an API testing tool, application programming interfaces testing tool, which actually enable us to send the request and get the response from it. And it is one of the most popular one. We can always see it in the top 3, and it is very much available for downloading for any operating systems. You can name it Windows, Linux, Mac. And who are the user of these Postman, this testing tool? It's not only the tester actually who are using this, it's also by the developers for the developing and the validating the APIs. Here comes the history. A programmer and the designer named Avinav Asthana, he invented the Postman in 2012, and then they got incorporated in 2014 with 2 new founding members, Avijit and Ankit, and currently their headquarters is in San Francisco, California, USA. So why use Postman? Actually, what's the benefit to use Postman? So Postman is used for both automated and explanatory testing. For the automation, for through the use of the collection runner or Newman, actually the test can be run in multiple iterations, so which can save the time for repeated test. And is store information for running tests in different environments. For example, you wrote your test collections and you run it again and again against your local environment, but this environment is actually a little different than the test server. So what Postman can do, it can actually allow to store specific information about different environments, and automatically it insert the correct environment configuration into your test. And it has a run, test, document, and monitoring features, which is actually including put, patch, delete, other request methods as well. And it doesn't actually require learning a new language. Actually, what does it mean? Like if you don't want to deal with like coding in development environments and using the same language as the developers, so as a tester you can use your own. And also it's free. It has free and paid versions are available for Mac, Windows, Linux, and in the version 7.2 Postman is expanded their supports for GraphQL requests and schemas, GraphQL variables, and the GraphQL query auto-completion function. Here we can see the comparison of top 5 API tools, and those are Catalan Studio, SOAP UI, Postman, Tricentis, Tosca, and APG. So as I said earlier, Postman is the one of the popular one, which is listed in top 3, and like nearly 10 million developers and 500,000 companies are using Postman worldwide nowadays. So here the Postman we are comparing with SOAP UI and Catalan. So if we can see here, so in Postman, yes, we can do the REST API testing. REST is actually representational state transfer testing, and as well as we can do like automated assertion generation and also the environment handling. But on the other hand, comparing with the top most popular 2 API testing tools, yes, we cannot do the test script reusability, it's not possible, and as well as SOAP API testing, no, we cannot do in Postman. How to acquire Postman? Here is the website, and if we access that URL, we can get Postman and we can download from there. And for license, it's public domain, free software available under general public license. And here are some pricing and the plans. So it is free for individual users, and they have different plans for the team and the business according to the number of users. And of course, yeah, if it is the users number is more than 100, yeah, they also have some enterprise plan. How to install Postman? So if we go to that URL, so we can download Postman from there. And once we click download, we all know it can download, and from there we can click run, and it will save in on your selected folder. So once it installs successfully, and then we can run the program, and here is the first startup screen which can appear. So from here we can start our work. So onwards, my teammate Joyita Nandi will explain how Postman works with a short demonstration. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shibli. Now I will briefly explain how Postman works. It allows us to make requests to a server and see what we get back. In number 1, we can choose the request that we want to get back, like post, get, put, delete, etc. In number 2, I have to enter the URL that I want to have this run on. When I click send in number 3, I'll see the status in number 4 and body in number 5 as a result. I will show more detail by demonstrating the Postman. Click here to see our demonstration. Let's go to our Postman. I would like my audience to have a look that we use as a references. Thanks everyone.